Hi, I'm Jaymey McDaris, and I am the Performance and Development Manager at One Mesa. And one of our entities is Bass Engineering, and we provide training through the Incumbent Worker Training Program. I was contacted by someone who worked for the Texas Workforce Commission, and they knew that we were doing a lot of training and thought that this might be a good partnership for us. Before this program, we had already identified that we had more knowledge leaving the industry than we had coming in, and there was going to be a significant skills gap. So we had started a training program here to try to combat that skills gap, but once we found out about this grant and the Incumbent Worker Training Program, then we were able to really hone in our training. Yeah, so this is certainly easier to sell to operations when you come to them and say, I want to train 20 people, but oh, by the way, I was able to get a grant. I would not have made it through the application process without the team. It was certainly a team effort. We are still primarily on-the-job training, but what we wanted to do was develop a program that we call Mesa U, and we bring the employees here to our Longview facility, and we provide an instructor, and we go through the science of what we do and why we do it, and allow our employees to understand what they're doing, not just, dig this or plug this here, because we find that once they understand the science behind what they're doing, then they're able to troubleshoot. We have seen increased, better safety results. We have seen better employee retention, but we're doing a lot of things to mitigate those risks, but training is certainly one of them, and it cannot hurt. So if you have someone who's never done this before, can honestly say, hey, we'll train you. We have a training program. We partner with the Texas Workforce Commission, and we're gonna get you the training that you need to be successful. We're doing that, and not a lot of our competitors are. I would absolutely recommend this program. I don't know why you wouldn't do it. They've made it so easy, and it just enables you to continue to develop your workforce. So I brought two participants that went through our training program, and one of them is brand new to the industry, had never done anything like this before, and he's been with us now for about a year. He's went through one of our programs, so I'm really excited about Brandon. He is learning and growing. We get so many customer kudos from him, and I'm really excited about the path his career is taking. Jonathan Nelson is our other participant, and he's a success story. He started in our warehouse here in our Longview office, went out as a technician assistant for a while. He took the first Mesa U Level 1, then he took the Mesa U Level 2, and he recently got a AMP certification, which is an industry certification, and made the career path jump to a technician.
Jonathan Nelson, corrosion technician. Started off in 2021. Started off part-time in the warehouse while I was going to lineman school. I completed Mesa U Level 1 and 2. The Mesa U Level 1 is more of an introductory class. It teaches you more of the basics of the corrosion industry. Level 2 gets a little more in-depth with each individual topic. I learned a lot of different sides of the company that my side usually doesn't do, with ACVG, DCVG, a lot of CIS. So we would start in the classroom, go over slideshows and stuff like that. And then after our teacher would be done showing us all the slides, they would take us into our training yard and show us the hands-on portion of it.
Brandon Stewart, I work for Bass Engineering. In Mesa U, I was trained in learning how to read rectifiers more, or troubleshoot them if you had an issue without having to dissect it and bring it back to the office and figure it out then. Before training, I felt like I didn't understand at all what I was gathering, or what I was reading, or what the readings meant. I think I sat in the front row, asked 50 or 60% of all the questions from the whole class. Like, I was intrigued by it, and I learned a lot. In my current job, since training, I've noticed that I've gotten put on a lot different job types, more in-depth jobs that, I wouldn't have been able to do before, when I was a new guy that didn't know anything before training.
The local support at Texas has been incredible. We are a multi-state agency. We work nationwide, and I wish that we had partners like we have in Texas in every state that we work in.